Make sure to check out today's sponsor, Blazing Boost, one of the most reliable boosting services for Destiny. They do trials, raids, anything like that, even do your pinnacle weapons if you guys still haven't got them, and they do have the cheapest prices around. They also have a 5-star review, and it's really good, and it's definitely one you should check out. There'll be a link in the description. With that done, let's jump straight back to the video. Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be showing you one of the best PvE Titan builds in my opinion. Now, I've thought of this build and I've discussed it with a few Titan mains, because if you guys don't know, I don't really play Titan, and these are what some of the top PvE players have said to use this sort of build. Now, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, because we are only 1,000 away from that 30k mark. Now, I know Destiny at the minute is a little dry, so any help towards the channel really does help, and I do appreciate it. But with that said, let's jump straight into today's video. So starting off with the subclass, we are on Sunbreaker, bottom tree. You're going to want to be using fusion grenades, they're just simply the best in my opinion. Towering barricade, obviously the jump you use is totally preference, it's not going to affect the build in any way. Now for me, I've chosen bottom tree solar. So for this, the reason I was tempted to go middle tree, but everyone said go bottom tree because it's just a little bit better and you will do more DPS overall. So that is why we went here. Solar ability kills restore your health, grenade melee ability and some warrior kills leave a deadly sunspot in their wake. Really good perk, definitely one I'll show you when we get into the gameplay. Endless Siege, hammers create a sunspot on impact. While standing in sunspots you throw hammers faster. So these sunspots are going to be really helpful, and I'll show you how to maximise and sort of do the most damage. Then we do have Sun Warrior, passing through a sunspot causes your grenade and melee abilities to recharge faster. Your super to last longer, it also increases all damage you do. Yet again, brilliant perk, and this is one of the most underrated subclasses in my opinion. I don't see that many people using it. Strike an enemy with this melee ability to release a solar explosion, setting nearby enemies on fire. So that is the subclass done. Now we're going to talk over the weapons. Now the ones that you're going to want to use. Now for me, Mountaintop is just sort of a good overall special weapon to use in the primary slot. Definitely one of the most damaging, so it's recommended to have this. If you don't have it, obviously use something different, but it is going to want to be either a primary special if you can, if you guys do have the summoner, but I'll talk over this right now. So for this build, what you're going to want to have is a solar weapon on. Doesn't matter if it's primary or secondary. For me, I just went with a summoner because it was quick and easy, and the role I do have is okay. But there are definitely a few others out there you could try. Don't have any on this class, but pretty much as long as it has solar, you should be good. And then obviously for the DPS weapon, we do have Falling Guillotine, which is pretty much in most builds now. Most builds you will see this because it is probably the best sort of heavy weapon, legendary to use. Now, going over the stats now, like I said, I don't play Titan, so my stats and everything are really bad, but you're going to want to aim for at least 4 resilience, I'd say, for PvE, and then obviously the highest discipline you can get, so 100 discipline if you can, and then recover it up to 100 if you can, but try and get these 3. The other lot don't really matter, because you'll be getting your super back anyway from running through, obviously, the sunspots. But for the helmet, it's just a standard sort of build, nothing too special. We do have auto rifling targeting. That's just because I'm using, obviously, an auto rifle. We're actually going to put enhanced on just to improve us and get that more accuracy. Special ammo finder, so we're constantly getting mountaintop bullets for that DPS. And then we do have a discipline mod on. Like I said, these are going to vary depending on sort of, if you're a Titan main, you'll have better stats than me. The exotic that we are running, which has really shocked me when I was talking to a lot of people, is Worm God Caress. Melee kills increase melee damage for a short period of time. Additional kills extend duration and increase effects. This is going to be so handy, especially with the throwing hammer. And we do have also on this enhanced momentum transfer. Causing damage with a grenade reduces melee cooldown. And then we do have another discipline mod on this, so pairing it up pretty much with the melee and grenade combo. Now, recovery mod on here just to boost it, grenade launcher reserve so we can carry more, obviously mountaintop bullets. This is where it comes in pretty handy. Solar melee ability staggers unshielded combatants, strong against unstoppable champions. So in Nightfalls, this is where this build will come in handy and work really well. So that is why we are using them. And then moving on to the boots, we do have just enhanced sword scavenger. You guys can play around with this one, to be honest. This is just what I had on, obviously on my Titan. Plus you get more ammo when you pick it up, which is really good, especially for your heavy weapon, because on mine, the one that I do have is Tireless Blade. Sword ammo granted for every other powered sword kill, so it does give you that little bit extra. And then for the mark, we do have, this is quite important, so I'll show you after where to get this from. We do have Discipline mod, Solar Plexus. This is from the artifact, and I'll show you what I've got on the artifact. Increases damage of all solar melee abilities, gains super energy when performing finishes with a solo subclass. So that is why we're running our intellect really low, because if you need your super, you can just simply finish with this. And then we do have Invigoration, reduces melee cooldown each time you pick up an orb of light. Just handy to have, and it will help you get that super because we are running a low intellect, as you can see. But yeah, this is the artifact, this is what I'm running. This is just for another build. The only thing you really need for this build, I'd say, is Inferno Whip and Solar Plexus. So if you've got them two, then this build should work. That's pretty much the build. I'm going to leave you with some gameplay. Like I said, the stats wise aren't the best just because I do not play Titan. I've probably got a few hours on it, if that. But yeah, let's jump into the gameplay and I'll show you how this build actually works. Right, so I pretty much test all my builds the same way. We're going to run to the contact event and sort of test it out here just so it's fair. Now what you're going to want to do is use these grenades as often as possible. And then obviously you're going to want to run a melee pretty much everything you can just to boost it. As you can see, our grenade is coming back really quickly, and if you melee, you're going to be getting it back even quicker. This is why I said you wanted to run sort of a thingy weapon as well, a solar one, to get that melee back even quicker than usual. And then if you've got any barriers, this is where the sword comes in handy, and you can just wipe them out super quickly. But yeah, this is pretty much like an unlimited melee, unlimited nade sort of build. As long as you keep melee and everything, getting them solar kills, you'll have no problem in pretty much whatever you're doing. Nightfall, contact events, anything like that. And I know, I think I said earlier with the hammers, yeah, that's my bad. I forgot we was on the bottom tree, not obviously the tree with hammers. But yeah, this is such a good build. And if you want me to make a build on the hammers, I'm more than happy to, if this video can get 300 likes for this amazing build. There you go. Pretty much unlimited melee, realistically. Doesn't take long to get. And like I said, if you've got a good build, because I don't have a good build at the minute, because obviously my stats and everything aren't the best, but if you can get that, then it's definitely, obviously, worth doing. Now, you don't have to do it all the time. This is what I want to stress as well. A lot of people watch these builds and they say, oh, it's not that good because I've got to wait. You don't have to wait for anything. Use your other weapons as well. That's just when you've sort of run out of ammo to use that sort of melee and hammer combo. But the super, to be fair, the super's a lot better than I expected. More than anything. All you have to do is simply run, melee, and then nade everything you see. Now I'm going to leave you with a little bit more gameplay. That's going to wrap it up from me. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this build. Let me know how I can improve it or how you've improved it. And as always guys, I will catch you in the next one.